What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, shout out to the brother Anthony for the donation to the channel via the Cash App. And I saw your video request, and I'm going to have to, I sincerely hope that you're subscribed to my Patreon, because that's the only platform right now that I feel comfortable discussing that question that you have. Because of how hot that guy's name is right now, because of what happened, last week, I don't feel comfortable talking about that guy in a video directly. Not at all. I created a channel strictly for politics just last week. And less than a week later, that channel was taken down. Not a warning, not a strike. Taken down by YouTube, because in essence, they were saying that I was putting out misinformation, right? Which was absolute. That's bullshit. They don't want me talking. They don't want certain people talking about that guy, even if you're being fair. So I'll talk about the Patreon, but nowhere else. I'm even hesitant to talk about this a little bit. I'm hesitant to talk about this, but that's why I got to word things a certain way. It's crazy. And I'm gonna get into this, but it's just this is why I don't subscribe to this two-party crap. I don't, because just 3-4 years ago, people on the right were championing me for criticizing a certain administration, right? For mandating us to take the jab. Oh, this is a violation of our freedom of First Amendment rights and all this crap. So where is all that now? Now that your guy or your people are in charge, now that's erased. Now we're right back to talking in code, avoiding topics. So anyway, look, Stephen A. Smith recently gave his opinion on a certain talk show host that lost their gig because of some comments he made. Okay, not going any more into that. And Stephen A. Smith basically said, after giving the guy some fake praise, saying, where's the joke? I don't see what's funny about it, right? Now, before I go forward, I just want to say, well, that's how humor works, Stephen A. Smith. You don't get to dictate what's funny. Humor is subjective. What you might find offensive, other people might find gut-bustingly funny. That's the point of art and cinema. Some things people might find captivating. Some people might find some stuff trash. You don't get to dictate what's what, you gonzo nose, big nose, muppet faced bastard. Anyway, Keith Olbermann went on X and said that he believes that Stephen A. Smith, in addition to being an idiot, he used the P word, right? I'm going to say tricking. He says that Stephen A. Smith is tricking for the right. He's selling his maidenly virtue, or he sold his maidenly virtue to the right. Well, I'll say Stephen A. did that a long time ago. I've said that before. Anybody with a brain, anybody that's being honest, can see that 100 miles away, that this guy sold his soul. He sold his soul a long time ago. He proclaims to be on the right. I mean, excuse me, a straight shooter. Call it down the middle. No, he doesn't. He's always grifted for the right. However, because the last few years we've had Democratic control of the executive branch, and some of those years, I think Democratic control at least one of the House, either the House or the Senate, and the congressional branch, or legislative branch, I should say. Because of that, and the perception was that Cam was going to beat Trump. He professed to be a Kamala Harris supporter, but the minute she lost, he became one of her biggest critics and has been consistently right of center in his positions. And he's so predictable. That's what happens when you grift, because you lose your objectivity. There's no way in hell, if you are a real straight down the line guy, right? Yeah, you might have some conservative leanings, you might have some liberal leanings, but there's no way you're going to always fall in line with one particular party or ideology on every issue. That's the sign. That's the biggest sign of a grifter. So he really believes, Stephen A. Smith, he really believes that he's this magical, mystical Negro. He's the one. He's the Neo of Negroes. They're using you, man. The only interest that those Republicans have in you is that you can play interference in the 2028 election. That's it. Which, by the way, I don't think you're going to really be a factor anyway, because you don't want to really go into that realm. You know what I'm saying? You're in the entertainment realm. Stay in the entertainment realm. You don't want to really go into the political realm, because those guys play on a whole nother level when it comes to dirt. And for a dude that loves his privacy, I don't see him doing that. And the way that this guy sneak disses people, like he sneak diss Molly with the, that's her business, but then you proceed to give context clues as to why she left. You don't want to really run for office for anything. And by the way, it's been known for years, that Stephen A. Smith wants to be on network television as far as hosting. So him kissing the ass of the ABC chairman, kissing the tush of FCC chairman, kissing the tush of other ABC high-ranking officials. Everybody can see what you're doing, man. Everybody. Nobody wants to turn on their televisions at night and look at you. Please, bro. You're not that entertaining. I don't know who has deluded this guy into thinking he's Johnny Carson, Jackie Gleason, and goddamn Richard Pryor all in one. I don't know what's make this person. Oh, and Max Robinson all wrapped in one. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.